Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would please rise and remove all headwear as we will prepare for the playing of the national anthem performed tonight by the Southern Nash Marching Firebirds. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a few moments before the coin toss. Let's meet the officials for tonight's game. The referee tonight will be Mr. Justin Waters. The umpire will be Mr. Tim Walker. The linesman will be Mr. Jay Garner. The line judge will be Mr. Donald Smith, and the back judge will be Mr. Chris Riddle.
And good evening, high school football fans, and welcome to Stanhope and the Bird's Nest for the final home season game of the Southern Nash Firebirds as they host Northern Nash Knights. Cross-county rivalry coming into town tonight. Northern Nash comes into town with a record of 7-1-0. 7-1 overall, 4-0 in the conference. And of course, Southern Nash, after back-to-back losses, now has an overall record of 6-3 and 3-2 in the conference, and really needs a win tonight to try to get a home playoff game starting week after next. So for now, we're getting ready to get things started. This is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Lai, as always, here live on the Tar River Sports Network, and tonight's captains make their way to the field. Tonight's captains for Southern Nash, number 28, Luke Faulkner, number 52, Caden Day, number 72, Wesley Immediato, and number 87, Cooper Wheaton. And for the Knights, it's number 71, Joshua Pryor, number 73, Tyler Richardson, I believe we have lost sight of the other numbers.
Number 10, Miles Eatman.
And the toss goes ready to go in the air.
And it's Garrett Miller, the last one.
Garrett Miller. Yeah. The toss is in the air. It appears that the Knights have won the coin toss. And that is the case. And they have elected to defer to the second half. So Southern Nash will be receiving the football. And we'll be running from our left to right with the offense here as we get ready to get things started. A little less than 3 minutes to go before game time. I want to remind you tonight's sponsors, as always, Vandermark Sod Farms, as well as the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard, sponsored by Baker Pro Construction. And we'll have more information on both of our sponsors later during tonight's broadcast. But for now, we'll get ready to get things started. Final home game here at Southern Nash. It's Southern Nash, the Firebirds versus the Knights. And this is Friday Night Lights. And again, welcome back to the Tar River Sports Network, and we're ready to get things going here in Stanhope. Big cross-county rivalry, as happens each year. Northern Nash versus Southern Nash, North versus South, Knights versus Firebirds. We'll let you decide who good versus bad is. So on the kickoff for the Knights is 88 Caleb Walston, Caleb Walston. And then back deep is Jaden Hartsfield.
And Cam Lyons.
alongside Cam Lyons. And the high kick back to the second row. That's fielded by Marley Austin. And he'll be brought down at about the 25-yard line as he tried to come around and reverse the field.
And it was Logan Williams on the tackle for Northern. And Southern's going to start at the 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10 Firebirds as we get things started underway, starting at their own 25. In the past few games have seen some different offensive sets. Both, of course, the last 2 games were away. And so we'll look for those different looks as we see some shift here. 2 receivers to the right. And we'll see him roll out, but hand it off to Jaden Hartsfield. He'll take it out across the 25, pick up a couple. We'll say 3 yards out to the 28, call it 2nd down and 7 now. And again, we apologize we're not able to actually broadcast the away games as far as commentary, but if you've been watching, you know that the arm of Isaiah Battle has been used. We'll see how long they wait to put that away. Cam Lyons on the sweep around the left side. No gain, possibly a little bit of loss. Looks like they're going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Lost about a yard, maybe 2.
And this will be the key tonight on 3rd down conversions right here. How will Northern respond to Southern here? Southern's going to try to run the ball a little bit here and see, or they may use the passing here.
Motion. There's Jaden Hartsfield. He'll take it out to the 30. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5. And the punt unit will step out onto the field with Aiden Myers set to handle those duties. And back deep for the Knights. Believe that is Zephaniah Queen. Low snap. Myers manages to get the punt away. We head towards the sideline, so not a great kick. It was a low snap. A good recovery by Myers. Was able to get the kick off, but it'll be out of bounds at the Northern Nash 45. So pretty decent starting position now for the Knights. And that's where Northern will take over 1st and 10 with a couple of ticks over 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. Garrick Miller in at quarterback. A run right up the middle. The ball comes loose, and it's recovered by Jeremiah Battle. The ball bounced into his hands.
They're saying he was down, though.
The officials will say that he's down by contact. That was Miles Eatman on the carry. A hard hit, and the ball popped out. So in lieu of a recovery, fumble recovery, that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Knights on the 15-yard scamper. Miller back to pass. He's got it complete. Completed to Logan Williams, who goes down the right sideline before he's taken down. All the way down inside the 20, down to the Southern Nash 15-yard line.
Northern Nash receiver is down near the Southern Nash 14-yard line.
And just like that, Northern's already in the red zone now on 2 plays.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 11. So line to gain will be the 1. And again, handed off up the middle to Eatman. will take it down to about the 10, gain of about 6. Actually, a gain of 5 on the play, marked down at the 11. It's going to bring up second down and 5 now for the Knights. And again, Eatman on the carry to the left side, and he will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Nash for the early score. 8:45 remaining up at the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And the Knights take the 6-0 lead over the Firebirds on 5 offensive plays. Walston on for the extra point attempt. And it is good. So Northern Nash again with the early lead. Knights 7, Firebirds 0. 8:45 remaining up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And as I mentioned earlier, tonight's sponsor is Vandermark Side Farms. They're a year-round natural grass operation serving Central and Eastern North Carolina for over 35 years. Their mission has always been to be a premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 5 types of natural grass, including 2 types of Bermuda, fescue, St. Augustine, and zoysia grass. Contact Vandermark Side Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass or sod needs.
So we'll see how Southern, have they made any adjustments here coming out on the second possession here.
Walston for the kickoff. Another high one, which will be again fielded by Marley Austin. And again, as he tries to come around and reverse the field, he'll be brought down. They're going to mark him down, looks like about the 29.
Yeah, give it to 29.
So a little bit better starting position, not by much for the Firebirds. And that's where Southern Nash takes over 1st and 10 on their second offensive possession. 3 and out on the first possession. Hartsfield on the quick pitch, and he'll be caught in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Whistle will be blown dead.
Second down and 10.
There is an injured Firebird down on the field. I believe that is Davis Manning. As the training staffs attend to him. They did give Hartsfield forward momentum back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 when play resumes. Still 8:25 left up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And again, Baker Pro Construction, our year-long sponsor of the scoreboard. They deliver exceptional construction services with a focus on quality and precision. And you can trust them to bring your projects to life. They specialize both commercial and residential, asphalt, concrete, drainage, dump truck hauling, excavating, landscaping, lot clearing, new construction, plumbing, remodels, roofing, and tree service. That's Baker Pro Construction, 252-314-3639. Battle under center. Hartsfield with a motion. He'll break free and pick up some yardage this time, out across the 35 down to the 37-yard line. The biggest gain of the night. We'll call that an 8-yard gain. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Firebirds. A big conversion here and a big defensive opportunity for the Knights. And that's handed off. I believe that's Faulkner on the carry. And he is close to the line to gain, but I think just a little shy. And a signal will come that he did make the first down. So Southern Nash's first down of the evening with 7:30 remaining in the first quarter.
And that's one thing Southern needs to do when they run it. They don't need to run straight up the middle, because Northern has done a great job containing that. They need to go to the outside and go to the winglets.
And Hartsfield again takes it back off tackle to the right side out to about the 45-yard line. So a game of 6 is going to bring up 2nd down and 4 now for the Firebirds. Yeah, that's the one thing that we've talked about during the season that the Firebirds are really missing this year, is that true speed that they've had historically.
Yeah.
Those players that are able to get around the ends, you know, from Abe Jones to Jackson Vick to both the Mitchell kids, you know, Traylon and Tyleek. And that's Cam Lyons, who'll try to get the end, but then cut it back inside, make it across the 45. Looks like they're going to give him no forward momentum beyond the line of scrimmage, so no gain. Bring up 3rd down and 4 now for the Firebirds. Of course, back in the Quentin Cooley days, Quentin wasn't really an end guy, but Quentin Cooley through the middle was a sight to behold.
Yeah.
And it's Luke Faulkner up the middle with a nice spin move. He spun like a screwdriver right through the middle of that line, right across midfield and into Knight territory. So the second first down of the evening for the Firebirds on a corkscrew run by senior Luke Faulkner. Of course, I hope everybody's watching now was able to watch the broadcast prior to kickoff, and as we recognize the seniors not only from the football team but also from the marching Firebirds as well as the cheerleaders for the Firebirds. Congratulations to all of those seniors, and good luck in your future endeavors. I'm sure we'll see a few of you in some other sports. Hartsfield again with a quick pitch on the play action. Flag is thrown, plays blown dead. Looked like motion likely before. That was on the line against Southern Nash. That'll back them up 5 yards back into Firebird territory. And it'll be 1st and 15 for Southern Nash. And Hartsfield finds the end, cuts it back across the 45 down to close to the 40. They'll mark him down at the 42-yard line. So a gain of a little over 10 on the play. We'll call it 10. Bring up 2nd down and 5 now.
And that's
for the Firebirds.
And that's one thing that Southern wants to do right there is get Hartsfield going right there, because he is getting it going.
Back to the ticket booth. Earl Davis, please report to the ticket booth. Thank you.
Faulkner and Hartsfield in I formation. Quick handoff to Faulkner up the middle. He's across the 40. Another spin move as Faulkner bullies his way down close to the 35, mark it down at the 37, but get enough to pass the line to gain and move the sticks for the Firebirds. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And it looks pretty much like Coach Batchelor is going with the ground and pound offense, kind of a historical, little bit of different look on the offensive sets. Same result. And as I say that, Battle drops back to pass. He's got a man open, completed to Cam Lyons. It's completed inbounds for a short gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard completion to Lyons. So pretty good protection there by the offensive line. Battle was not rushed. Didn't take a lot of time to look downfield, but I'm sure that was a play by design, the quick outlet pass. Hartsfield to the left side this time, down close to the 30.
He's going to take it up near the 31-yard line. A gain of 2. Bring it 3rd down and 4.
They'll give him a 2-yard gain. So 3rd down and 4 now for the Firebirds. Hartsfield breaks free, back in the middle. Nobody's going to stop him. And J-Rock takes it to the house. 2:55 to go in the first quarter. And Southern Nash is on the board, trailing now by 1 with the extra point attempt upcoming.
17th touchdown on the season for J-Rock.
And it looks like the cramps have set in as J-Rock is down. Everybody knows what I'm going to say now.
Bananas.
Arthur Perry, where are you, buddy? We need you. It's banana time. Got to hydrate, got to have the bananas. It's cold today, and I'm not thinking about drinking a lot. Let's get them going, guys. So as they tend to Hartsfield down at the 5-yard line. And Hartsfield's up. And that'll send the offense back out on the field as it appears Batchelor is going for 2 here. No, they will be kicking the extra point. And it is good, and we're all tied up here. And Southern Nash, the 2:55 on the first quarter of the Baker program. I wonder how much the Hartsfield injury or cramps changed the decision to go for the 1 point.
Because originally I saw what you saw. They were getting ready to go for 2, and then I saw them bring out the field goal kicker.
So Southern Nash on for their first kickoff of the night. And that's Cooper Wheaton on to do the kickoff duties. And really nobody back deep for the Knights as it looks like they are expecting the short kick. And Wheaton will kick the script kick. back down the middle. It'll be fielded and returned by Hassan Davis McKinney, who is still on his feet out across midfield.
Still on his feet.
Looks like tush pushing going on. No whistles being blown. And out of that pile, he was at the back. Flag is thrown.
Hassan Davis McKinney returns the kick to the Southern Nash 40-yard line. 25 on play.
Waiting, what was the penalty call? So a personal foul against Southern Nash. So tack 15 onto the end of the run, and it's first down Northern Nash from the Southern Nash 25-yard line. So I have to question the amount of time that the officials let that go on without blowing the play dead. And again, Eatman on the carry straight up the middle, all the way down to the, looks like they'll spot it on about the 12-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 from there. And again,
Eatman on the carry.
Eatman straight up the middle.
Southern's got to figure a way to stop Eatman there because he has already had, I don't know how many yards tonight, but.
And Southern should have had a flag at that point because there was too many men on the field.
Yeah.
You got to clear the sidelines, guys, who are checking out. See if it happens again. And it did. Eatman again down inside the 5, down to about the 1.
First down and goal for the Knights.
So that'll be first and goal now for Northern Nash. And again, it's Eatman on a spin move and into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights, with 1:14 to go. And it's back to a 6-point lead for the Knights with the extra point attempt upcoming. Walston on for the attempt. And that will split the uprights. And with 1:14 to go on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard, it's Northern Nash 14, Southern Nash 7. So as Northern gets ready to kick off for the 3rd time so far tonight, what you have to consider is the amount of time that the Southern Nash offense is staying on the field.
Yeah.
And because of the playing a lot both ways, by default, you've got a lot of defensive players that are staying out there checking in and out on offense. So fatigue at some point has got to play a factor. But Northern is scoring fairly efficiently. The long, deep kick. This will be fielded. That's Bailey on the return. He'll take it out across the 15, out to the 19. Excuse me, Baker. So a nice boot there by Walston to put it back deep. Decent return by Baker. And a quick handoff to Baker, who'll get the first call. As we're already starting to see some changing of the backfield. Trying to maybe keep the fatigue factor from setting in. And Coach Batchelor has done a great job all year, really, of trying to keep him as fresh as you can.
Yeah, he has, and that's one of the things you just got to keep doing and see what's working. And sometimes you bring someone in and may spark a fire under somebody here.
And there's Cam Lyons on the call. He'll take it out across the 25. It's going to bring up third down and about 2. As the clock will wind down, it should bring us to the end of the first quarter with Northern Nash leading the Firebirds here at home 14-7 in Southern Nash's final home game of the season. Of course, Northern Nash still has one more game next week, and it's the other big cross-county rivalry, Northern Nash versus Rocky Mount, which will have some playoff implications for the Griffons. Of course, those of you that may not know, they have reclassified all of the
classifications.
All the classifications have changed. So instead of 1 through 4A, you have 1 through 8A.
Yep.
Northern Nash is actually 6A and the only 6A team in our conference. So their seeding for the playoffs will be based on their strength of schedule as far as their wins and losses.
Exactly.
There's not an automatic bid anymore for quote-unquote
Conference champions, yeah.
Thank you.
But for the remainder of the now Big East Conference, which is 5A all except for Northern Nash, so which would include Rocky Mount, Northern, Hunt, not Northern, Rocky Mount, Southern Nash, Hunt, Fike, CBA Cox, Southern Wayne. I believe that's everybody.
I think you got everybody.
So that kind of leaves it open, of course. Right now, Southern Nash on the outside looking in behind Hunt and Rocky Mount. Hunt has already lost last week to Northern Nash. And, of course, Rocky Mount still with that game remaining. Northern's only loss of the year has been to Cleveland High School.
Yep.
Which I believe is a 7A school.
They are.
From Johnston County. A quick pitch to Baker again. He'll look to the right side. Can't find anything. They did give him a yard of forward momentum. It's going to bring up 4th and 1. And it looks like Coach Batchelor is going to go for it here just to start the second quarter. Faulkner in the backfield. Hartsfield still on the sidelines. Has not returned to the game since the cramping. The hard count. And a nice run off the right side. And that's DJ Baker who'll get the first down yardage. And then some on a 7-yard scamper, which will give the Firebirds a 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. One I really want to watch tonight is Luke Faulkner. You see him there in there on a lot of offensive set. He actually missed the game last week versus Rocky Mount, which was a close one. Came down to the final possession, 22-20. Rocky Mount with the victory. Cam Lyons is unable to reach the line of scrimmage. We're going to see no gain. So 2nd and 10 now for the Firebirds. The Baker Pro Construction clock ticks away as we approach 10 minutes to go until the halftime break. Faulkner has checked out. J-Rock is still on the sidelines without a helmet, and Coach Batchelor will use his first time out of the evening. So still keeping an eye on Hartsfield.
Look like I just saw him say something to look like a left leg injury, possibly.
Yeah, he was kind of grabbing the back of his thigh.
Yeah.
Which could signal hamstring, but the way he was stiff walking, it kind of looked more along the lines of the cramping.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to get that to settle down as we get ready to go here. And Battles back to pass. He's got Wheaton wide open down the field. Overthrown. It looked like Wheaton took a turn.
Okay, file that one in your pocket for later. I know it didn't work right then, but that may be something you'll see here in the 4th quarter.
That was, and I know Northern has got some speedsters in the defensive backfield, but Wheaton had gotten behind them. And that was well down towards the red zone if it's caught.
Yeah.
And they were going to have to catch Cooper Wheaton from behind. Just overthrown. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Firebirds. And it's going to be a Baker on the carry, and he's hit hard. Takes it out to about the 36. So only a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9 now for Southern Nash. And that's a little too far to risk it on the Firebird side of the of the 50. And so Aiden Myers is on for the punt.
And it's Zephaniah Queen back deep for Northern.
So 2nd 3 and out of the night for Southern Nash. Timeout is called again by Southern Nash as Coach Batchelor will use his 2nd timeout of the first half. And with that, we'll recognize again tonight's sponsor, Vandermark Side Farms. They're a year-round natural grass operation serving eastern and central North Carolina for over 35 years. Their mission has always been to be a premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 5 types of natural grass, including 2 types of Bermuda, as well as fescue, St. Augustine, and zoysia grass. Contact Vandermark Side Farms at 252-437-1501. And I know I talked earlier in the season about how Belichick had come in and turned all Kenan Stadium back to grass, but
grass ain't helping them none.
That ain't helping none. Just put a few more stains on the uniforms.
Yeah. I'm still
but
shocked.
At least there's no turf injuries.
True, very true. I'm still shocked he ain't got a pink slip yet, but
That's not going to happen, Doug.
yeah.
Too much media attention on the Tar Heels.
Yeah.
And Myers gets this one away nicely. Oh, a nice roll, Southern Nash roll. Down to the 15. And that's what it'll be down to. Northern Nash will have their actual worst starting position of the night. But honestly, the way Northern's moving the football, they may just be padding their stats.
Yeah.
Their offensive stats. Just more yards to gain. Miller is looking very sharp at quarterback. And, of course, Myers, Southern Nash has not been able to get an answer for Myers. And it's Myers again on the carry. He'll find his way back up the middle. He's tripped up, this time by DJ Bailey, as well as, I believe that was Jordan Jones on the stop.
Yeah, I do see here where Eatman has checked out onto the sideline there. Look like he's actually cramping a little bit.
Yeah, he's favored his left leg as well. So it's like a long 2nd and 5 now for the Knights. Miller from the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. He's got a man open on the sidelines. It's completed. He slips one tackle. That was completed to Cameron Freeman. That is enough for a first down. And Miller again from the shotgun with a long back, and he'll hand this one off. And Northern thrown for their first loss of the night. That was Jamarcus Robinson on the carry. Couldn't see who was in on the tackle.
I didn't grab a number.
They're actually going to give him some forward momentum and a gain of about a half a yard. We'll still call it 2nd down, and we'll call it 2nd down and a long 9. How about that?
Trip to the left.
Miller looked back to his right. He's got the man open. And Jeremiah Battle with a great defensive play knocks the football away. And there was a list that came out this week. I saw it on social media. And they were kind of covering seniors that were basically kind of off the radar.
Yeah.
And something that they should be watching. And, of course, Jeremiah Battle was one of them. Of course, he's not even a senior.
True.
But he has really made a lot of good defensive plays, interceptions this year. And that pass is dropped.
And this will be Northern's first punt of the night.
And he's also turned into a great receiver on offense. So a good versatile player there for Southern Nash.
Two great back-to-back plays there by him.
So Northern Nash, their first 3 and out of the night, they'll be forced to punt. And that's Walston on also for punt duty. And Cam Lyons back deep for the return. Play clock is down to 4.
2, 1.
They do get the snap off. Nearly blocked. Fair catch called for by Lyons. And it'll be Southern Nash ball, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Walston is really a good kicker. That had a lot of hang time and allowed Northern Nash to get down and basically be right there in Cam Lyons' face. Great play there by Lyons to call for the fair catch and not risk the Northern Nash roll. And junior Isaiah Battle will come out and take over from there.
If I'm Southern, I'm going to come out here and try to do a quick shot.
Baker goes in motion. Looked like there was some movement up on the line. And that is the case. False start against Southern Nash. I believe that is the second false start of the night.
It is.
Not a lot of penalties so far tonight. We did have the personal foul call on the kick return a while ago, and there's 2 offsides. I don't recall another penalty.
That's the only 4 penalties of the game tonight so far. Fairly clean game so far.
So that's Marley Austin, who tries to slip off as he took it in off the left guard tackle split. Ends up trying to take it outside. No gain. Remain second down. Or remain 15 yards. Second down now. Battle looks to pass. He's got oh, there's the flag as Wheaton was bumped and knocked to the ground. That was a very obvious pass interference call.
Yep.
The bad thing is I'm not so sure how catchable that was, or that Wheaton could have got to it.
Yeah.
But to knock him to the ground, that's going to draw a flag every time.
Oh, yeah.
So that is the first penalty against the Knights. So a 15-yard penalty will move the sticks for the Firebirds, and it's 1st and 10, Southern Nash from their own 40-yard line. And it's Baker again on the carry off the right side. He'll pick up a couple. And call that 2nd down and 8 now for the Firebirds as they approach midfield. And it's Marley Austin on the carry. He'll take it out across the 45. I believe they're going to give him the 46 before he's pushed backwards. So 3rd down and 4 now for Southern Nash as we pass the 5.5-minute mark to go into halftime. For Coach Batchelor would love to get things evened up here, eating away a little clock. As efficient and as quick as Northern Nash has been scoring.
Yeah, don't want to give them a chance.
I do like the approach of keeping the ball out of their hands. Good defensive stop on their previous possession to get a punt. Of course, we'll remain to watch Eatman, who checked out of the game. We'll see if he's able to come back. Cam Lyons tries to take it around the left end. He's brought down. So a short gain of 1 yard is going to bring up 4th down and 3. So interesting decision here now for Coach Batchelor.
I'm keeping offense on the field.
Luke Faulkner has stepped off. Do not see Aiden Meyer stepping on, and it appears that Southern Nash is going to go for it here on 4th and 3. This could be huge. Tries for the hard count. Get him to jump, doesn't work. Northern Nash shows some discipline, and Coach Batchelor is forced to use his final timeout of the first half. So 4:09 left on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And with that, we'll again recognize Baker Pro Construction, transforming visions into reality. They specialize in both commercial and residential contract work, asphalt, concrete, drainage, dump truck hauling, excavating, landscaping, lot clearing, new construction, plumbing, remodeling, roofing, and tree service. Contact Baker Pro Construction at 252-314-3639 for all. Basically, they can cover about everything. I don't know what kind of needs I was going to say. They can cover pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I do know they are licensed also now in South Carolina as well as North Carolina. So Dan Baker, with his retirement plan of the boys supporting him, seems to be working itself out. So an update, Hunt leading Rocky Mount 10-3 over in Wilson in the second quarter. So that definitely a game with playoff implications, as there's a battle there to win the 5A division or the 5A conference championship. A reverse, Cam Lyon switches it back up. He's got enough for the first down. Finally taken out of bounds. Little extracurricular activity as they came to the sidelines, some jawing, and a flag is going to be thrown. Don't know if that's going to be offsetting or who it'll be against, but there was enough gain. That was after the play was completed, so it will be a first down for Southern Nash. Now it's just a matter of where the ball is going to be placed and who the penalties are against. And it was called against the Knights. And so Zach, 15 yards onto that great run by Cam Lyons. And it's 1st and 10 Southern Nash from the Northern Nash 23-yard line. And Northern Nash will use their first timeout of the night. Trying to settle things down as Coach Ferris. There was some jawing going on, I have to say. From our perspective, Cam was in it too.
He was lucky that won a taunting penalty there for a minute, because it could have been on both sides. It could have been offsetting, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be offsetting,
I
but
kind of thought it might be too.
But you know, it's a rivalry game, so.
So both coaches with the opportunity to settle their teams down.
But, you know, I'm going to go back to that previous play right there. That was a great play call by Coach Baxter and his staff, because they done a reverse on it. That was something that Norton has not seen tonight, and it got them a lot of yards.
You know, that's a play that has been very successful in previous seasons, and Baxter tried that several times earlier this year, not with a lot of success because it was kind of expected.
Yeah.
So that was almost like going back into the old bag of tricks, saying, whoops, remember this one.
Yeah.
I know Coach Baxter and his coaching staff have really been working on some different looks, some different sets. So I'm sure Coach Ferris and Northern have been preparing for those differences and those other nuances that Baxter's thrown in, and like I said, go back and pull the old hat out. And Baker again on the carry. He slips out of the tackles and back through the line right at the middle off center. Takes it down inside the 15. They'll mark him down. And it looks like, no, they got him down at the
15.
So 2nd down and 2 now for Southern Nash. That was a really quick spin move by Baker.
Yeah.
To create some yardage after contact. And Jeremiah Battle goes out wide to the right. And Baker gets the call again. This time unable to cut back, and he'll be brought down close to the line to gain. We'll wait for the spot to see if it actually moves the chains.
It is.
That will be enough for another Southern Nash first.
So first and down, Southern Nash. There still is a line to gain before the end zone, so they can convert another first down.
They have to get to the 3 of Norton.
The clock continues to run. 2:45 left on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. So the tempo definitely favors Southern Nash. And J-Rock, who's back in, unable to get any yardage out of that. Hartsfield on the carry. Excuse me, that was Luke Faulkner on the carry. And there is a Knight down.
Official timeout.
I am actually scanning the sidelines, and I'm looking for Hartsfield. He's actually sitting on the bench.
Yep.
So that's Holton Westbrook for the Knights, still down on the field. And as he gets back to his feet, he is able to walk off under his own power, which is good to see. So as we get ready to resume play here, it'll be second down and 10 for the Firebirds. 2:22 remaining until the break. And a pass play. Oh. Wheaton has his hands on it. Cam Lyons was behind him and wide open. I don't know who the intended receiver was. Wheaton almost pulls in the pass for the touchdown. I got to wonder if he doesn't touch it, is it right into Lyons' hands?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
6. So that'll bring up third down and 10 now for the Firebirds. And Battle looks to pass again. And this one's caught by Cam Lyons. Touchdown, Southern Nash. And Firebirds have pulled back to within 1 with 1:58 remaining. Extra point attempt. They are going to attempt to kick the field goal and tie things up. Northern Nash still with nearly 2 minutes left on the clock in the half. Definitely will be a threat as efficiently as their offense has moved the ball. And Braden Wells splits the uprights, and it's 14 apiece. Southern Nash, Northern Nash, with 1:58 to go until the break. And Northern Nash is about to get another shot at it. We'll look to see if Eatman is able to come back. We know he checked out earlier. I do see him on the field now. No, that's not him. Let's see. Scanning the field.
Okay, yeah, he's coming out right now. I see him.
There he is. And I checked Hartsfield, and he is still favoring. Can't tell if that's his right leg or that's actually his. It is his left leg he's favoring. So Cooper Wheaton on. And this will be the high kick. And it looked like fair catch was signaled.
He did.
That was Preston McDaniel on the fair catch, and that'll be 1st and 10 Northern Nash from their own. I think they're going to mark it down at the 38-yard line. So kind of a short field to work with for Northern, 158. Miller comes out, Eatman's alongside. He does have trips to the left with a single receiver to the right. He'll hand it off to Eatman, who is caught in the backfield. Luke Faulkner. Yes, stop with the big tackle to lead for no gain. So no huddle here for the Knights. Same set. And it's Miller back to pass. He'll look to his, and incomplete through the hands of the intended receiver, which was Chase Morgan. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. They actually marked Eatman on a loss on that first carry.
Yeah, give him a loss of 1.
So they're still calling it. Yep, there we go. Now it says 3rd and 11. So a loss of 1 on the rush, the previous rush. Same set again. Trips left, single to the right. Eatman in the backfield alongside Miller. Miller's back to pass. He's looking to his left. The ball's downfield and intercepted. Cam Lyons with a huge interception. And Southern Nash benefits from the first turnover of the game with 1:23 left in the half. And we'll see what Batchelor tries to do if he wants to try to put 6 on the board. If you recall, Northern Nash won the toss and deferred. So Northern Nash will get the ball first to begin the second half.
Yeah, they will. So 123. Southern's got no timeouts left. 2-minute offense. Let's see what Southern can do here. And Northern still got 2 timeouts.
That was Alston on the carry. So a short gain. Looks like Coach Batchelor is going to be satisfied with the turnover, and just to let the clock expire, they're going to let this thing run down. Going to have to run a few plays. See if he tries to air one out again. And Cam Lyons stopped in the backfield, thrown for a loss. That'll take Southern Nash back a little behind they'll give him back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now. And down to 20 seconds and counting. This should be the final play if they're not even going to attempt to run a play. As you see, Isaiah Battle motion for the offense to step off the field. So definitely momentum shifter going in to end the first half. But again, Northern Nash gets the ball when we resume play after the halftime break. So stay tuned and enjoy the Southern Nash marching Firebirds at halftime. This is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly. We're all tied up in Stanhope. It's 14 apiece, Southern Nash, Northern Nash. And we'll be right back after the halftime break with more live coverage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Southern Nash High School marching Firebirds. Marching Firebirds are under the direction of Mr. Matthew Ray. The regular instructors are Matthew Visit and Flora Ray at Visual, Lauren Howell, Jimmy Smith, and Stefan Barsky Music, Taylor Miller Percussion, Alyssa Halpern Color Guard. Student leaders are Emily Rodriguez Drum Major, Dimitri Braxton Hornline Captain, Annie Pullen Woodwind Captain, Rebecca Davis High Brass Captain, Noah Johnson Low Brass Captain, Maria Nava Percussion Captain, Cherish Dunstan Drumline Captain, and Janiyah Silver Guard Captain. Tonight the band will be performing their 2025 production entitled Going Out of Style, featuring the following musical selections: My Way, Creep, Circles, and Beethoven's Fifth. The band recently competed at the Colt Classic in Fayetteville and received first place in all captions and were chosen as the grand champions out of all the competing bands in Divisions 1A, 2A, and 3A. Presenting their show, Going Out of Style, please welcome Drum Major Emily Rodriguez and the Southern Nash High School Marching Firebirds. your Southern Nash Marching Firebirds. Best of luck to the band tomorrow as they compete at Green Central High School. Marching Firebirds are pleased to announce their sponsors for the 2025 season. 5 County Heating and Air, Round Here Clothing, Walters Team Real Estate, PB's Cornhole Boards, Pierce Brothers, Rudy's Truck and Trailer, R&A Embroidery, and Temperature Control Solutions.
And welcome back to the start of the second half. And, of course, Northern Nash, who won the opening coin toss, deferred to the second half, so they will get the ball first here. We're all tied up, 14 apiece, Southern Nash, Northern Nash. So I got a injury update during halftime. It actually was not cramps for Jaden Hartsfield. He has a pulled hamstring, so not likely to return to the game tonight, which that's a big part of Southern Nash's offense. The high kick will be returned. That's Freeman on the return. And he'll be hit just over the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him down at about the 38. Little scuffle going on. After the return flags come in, we'll see who that penalty is against. As it stands right now, it is 1st and 10, Northern Nash. Ball is spotted at the 38. And it looks like this penalty will be against Northern Nash. I did not see the signal. Personal foul.
Oh, excuse me. It's against the Knights. That penalty takes them back to the Northern Nash.
So that will back Northern Nash.
Yeah, he signaled the wrong way.
So it's 1st and 10, Northern from their own 23.
Option to Eatman.
Eatman again around the left side, takes it out of bounds.
He's going to take it out near the 37-yard line. First down, Knights.
That will be enough for the first down as he stepped out at the 37. Miller from the shotgun. He'll roll out. He'll look to pass. He's got a man open and dropped. Williams was wide open and could not secure the pass, so it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Knights. Williams had the big catch play on the first Northern Nash possession earlier in the first quarter, which resulted in a couple plays later a score for the Knights. Twins right, a single to the left. This will be handed off to Eatman up the middle. He's hit by Luke Faulkner in the middle of the field. And just to tell you the strength of Eatman, looks like Luke Faulkner possibly took the ball out of Eatman's hands. That definitely was not down because Luke was on the bottom.
Yeah.
Looks like they marked dead. Third and about 4.
They are going to mark it dead. And it's Eatman again up the middle. He's short up this time. He's going to be short of the first down.
I'm sorry, that's number 30. Marcus Robinson.
Sorry, that was not Eatman. That was Robinson. So 4th and 1 for the Knights. And it looks like Coach Ferris will go for it here on 4th down. Eatman is still out of the game. He has trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. They tried the hard count. Can't get Southern Nash to jump off. Audible called here by Miller. He'll back out. Gets a man in motion. And this will be handed off to Robinson. And he'll slip and fall, but not before he does reach the line to gain. And it's 1st down, Northern Nash at the Northern 49-yard line. There's Robinson again. He's hitting the backfield by Faulkner, and he'll be thrown for a No gain. He may have spun back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up second down and 10. Eatman is again noticeably absent from the offense. Didn't see any injuries. You can see him on the sideline watching. I know Coach Ferris has been known to reserve energies, which is not a bad play there. The high reaching catch is secured by Freeman. And that ball is caught for the completion. It's going to bring up third down and about 2 on the 8-yard catch. Excuse me, 3rd and 1, a 9-yard completion. And that was Eatman back in on the carry. And he will go beyond the line to gain down to the Southern Nash 39, so 1st and 10.
And there's a flag on the play.
So no chains have moved as of yet. So will be a personal foul against Southern Nash. And that is a 15-yard penalty. And that will put the Knights inside the 25-yard line down to the 24. And Northern Nash will have a fresh set of downs from there. 8:30 to go up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. Again, head off to Eatman, who finds his way back to the right and is knocked down from behind. They're actually going to mark him down at about the 13-yard line. But that was enough to move the sticks again. So it's 1st and 10, Northern Nash. And they do have a line to gain inside the 5. Eatman again on the carry. Baker grabs a hold of him, and Faulkner comes in and assists. A short gain on the play, but flags come in, 2 different flags. Looked like there was a stiff arm face mask by Eatman. He looked a little frustrated as he walked away.
Personal foul, face mask against the Firebirds.
No, it's actually against the Firebirds. Of course, Coach Batchelor is having a discussion with the officials. The Southern Nash coaches are arguing that the face mask should have been against Northern Nash. And the officials will have a discussion. So not sure where this discussion is going. They've already called the penalty and marked it off against Southern Nash. And Eatman again tripped up in the backfield and taken down, going for a loss on the play. He'll be brought down at the 10.
Leaving on carry, he's going to be dropped for a loss in the play.
So apparently the face mask penalty was a replay the down with the yardage marked off. So this is only second down at 4 now. And Eatman will try to find his way up the middle again, and he stopped again. Faulkner and Jordan Jones on the tackle. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 3 on a gain of 1 there. And a change of quarterback here as Eatman, they're running a wildcat. And a direct snap to Eatman, and he'll be hit at about the 4, short of the 1st down. We'll look for where they're marked. This will really depend on the spot.
There's also a flag on the play.
So it looks like there will be a penalty called against Northern Nash. And it is holding against the Knights. So that'll back them up 10 yards. And it will be replay 3rd down.
That'll bring up 3rd down at about 11.
So 3rd and 11 now for the Knights. As Miller back in the backfield, he has trips to the left, a single receiver to the right. Eatman alongside in the backfield. He's going to look to pass. He's got a cross route. And defense Jeremiah Battle again breaking up the play, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 11. And it appears that Ferris and the Knights are going to attempt a field goal here, as Walston has checked in with 5:59 left up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. So this should be a 32-yard field goal, 31. And it is good, and Northern Nash pulls ahead by 3s now. Northern Nash 17 and Southern Nash 14 with 5:53 left in the 3rd period. Once again, tonight's game is brought to you by Vandermark Side Farm. They are a year-round natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina for over 35 years. Their mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 5 types of natural grass, including 2 types of Bermuda, as well as fescue, St. Augustine's, and zoysia grass. Contact Vandermark Side Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs. Also released today were the class of 2026 Southern Nash Athletic Hall of Fame inductees. And we'll give you some of those inductees. There are 8 inductees this year, the 2nd annual induction, as Southern Nash started this last year. And another all-star lineup for the induction. And Baker on the return will take it out across the 25 down to the 27-yard line. And that'll be 1st and 10, Southern Nash from there. So to be included in this year's induction to the Southern Nash Athletic Hall of Fame, Lisa Tyson Bryce, the class of 1990. Georgia Davis Brown, a class of 2002. Tracy Coppage, class of 2012. Rashawn Deans, class of 1995. Ricky Howard, class of 2002. Ricky Cockrell Rich, she's from the class of 1997. Shirley Hall from the class of 1977. And finally, Wayne Grady from the class of 1980, the first Southern Nash football player to go Division I to the University of North Carolina to play football. So congratulations to those 8 inductees in the upcoming 2026 Southern Nash Athletic Hall of Fame. Baker on the carry. He'll look into the middle, running off guard to the right side. Short gain on the play, get it out to about the 30-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 now for the Firebirds. And those of you that are interested in attending the Hall of Fame induction banquet, I'm sure the Booster Club will be announcing when those tickets will be available. That was really a great event last year, and I would encourage everybody to come out and join in the festivities to recognize these Hall of Fame inductees, as well as enjoy a great time with Southern Nash alumni. Quick pitch to Baker. He'll take it again to the right side, only pick up a couple, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 4 now for the Firebirds. And it appears that Coach Batchelor will go for it here on 4th and 4 in Northern Nash territory, which is very risky. Of course, the noticeable absence of Jaden Hartsfield for the rest of tonight's game, as he is actually in street clothes now on the sidelines.
Timeout Southern Nash, the first starter's timeout of the half.
And Coach Batchelor will take the first timeout of the second half for the Firebirds. So with 3:40 left up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard, Northern Nash leads 17-14. And again, we'd like to thank this year's scoreboard sponsor, which is Baker Pro Construction. Baker Pro Construction specializes in both commercial and residential remodeling, including asphalt, concrete, drainage, dump truck hauling, excavating, landscaping, lot clearing, new construction itself, plumbing, remodels, roofing, tree service, and a list of many other things. That's Baker's Pro Construction, transforming visions into reality. Contact Dan Baker or Tanner and Landon at Baker Pro Construction. That's 252-314-3639. Battle under center. And the defensive line has jumped.
Timeout, Northern Nash.
And Northern Nash actually calls their first time out of the half, which probably saved an encroachment penalty and an automatic first down there for the Firebirds. And so as we resume play, just to kind of break down where we're at, it's 4th down and 4, Southern Nash, trailing by 3 to the Knights. And Battle will roll out to his right, and he'll keep it. He'll tuck it and run. Battle has enough yardage for the first down. He's tackled. There is a flag in the backfield. And it looks like the flag is going to be against Southern Nash. Not sure. It's holding against Southern Nash. And so that'll back them up 10 yards, and that'll send Aiden Myers on to punt. Myers will be punting from his own 10-yard line. The high snap. He does get the punt away, and a nice hanger. It will be fielded. There will be a return. And Queen on the return is hit hard. That original grab, I believe, was Jeremiah Battle, the first there. So it's 1st and 10 Northern from their own 34-yard line. Miller from the gun. And he'll hand this one off to Eatman, who'll bounce off and look to the right. And he's going to break away, and he's not going to be caught. And Eatman will take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. And he taunts the crowd, and a flag is thrown against Eatman. So we'll look for the official signal here. It was after the score, so the score should stand as it stands 23-14. Northern Nash taking a 9-point lead with the extra point upcoming.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Knights. Touchdown is good, penalty being forced on the kickoff.
And so the unsportsmanlike 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Boston on now for the extra point attempt, and that would give Northern Nash their first 2-score lead of the night at 24-14 should he connect. And he has been perfect so far, as well as a 31-yard field goal. And it is good, and Northern Nash, with 3:06 remaining up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard, leads the Firebirds by a score of 24-14.
That winning ticket has been drawn. That ticket number is 940380. 940380. 940380. If you have the winning ticket, please bring it to the press box. 940380.
And again, for those of you that are unaware, next week is a bye week for Southern Nash. They ended up with a final week of regular season play as the bye. So they will await the outcomes not only of tonight's Rocky Mount Hunt game, but also the results of next week's final matchups, which show Northern Nash versus Rocky Mount, as well as Fike versus Hunt, which should be two really good football games, as you have Nash County rivals as well as Wilson County rivals facing off. So Walston will be kicking off from the 25-yard line of Northern Nash. And he puts a lot of foot in it. This one will go over the head of Baker. And he'll actually pick it up for a return inside the 10, almost at the 5. And he slips. And he'll go down at the 16-yard line. And that's where Southern Nash will work from with 2:59 remaining in the third quarter. And a two-score game here. Don't think that Southern Nash can really afford to go with the methodical ground and pound. They will have to score. Go ahead and get things done this time, I do believe.
Yeah, most definitely. They're going to have to run it and pass it some.
Cam Lyons in the carry is going to be stopped after a gain of about 2, it appears.
So Cam Lyons will pick up a couple there on the first down play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Southern Nash. I knew last week they ran an offensive set that would send Battle as well as Cooper Wheaton in tight, and then they would split out. I have not seen Wheaton step out at all tonight. He's run his patterns, but it's come from the actual tight end position. And Battle's going to roll back to pass. He's got Jeremiah Battle wide open, and it's caught. Jeremiah Battle from Isaiah Battle, the cousin connection down to the 50-yard line, and it's first down, Southern Nash.
Just exactly what you were just saying right there on the left side.
I'm coining that phrase, by the way, the cousin connection. Yeah, I'm coining that. And here's a pitch to Baker, who will get hit just beyond the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, that was Cam Lyons on the carry. So a pickup about 1 on the play as we're at 2nd down and 9. As Southern Nash has moved fully into Northern Nash territory now. Don't know. There's a flag thrown late. Delay of game flag.
Delay of game penalty against the Firebirds.
So Battle under center. Luke Faulkner in the backfield, along with Cam Lyons and DJ Baker. Battle again to roll out to his right, and it's intercepted. That was Jamarja Williams on the interception. And the first Southern Nash turnover of the night will give the Knights possession. 1st and 10 from the Southern Nash 43-yard line. And therein is the risk with the speed-up offense.
Yep.
I know that was an issue in the Hunt game late with some interceptions being thrown. Miller from the shotgun. Eatman lined up directly in the back. He'll take the handoff. He'll look to the right side, take it out across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 now for the Knights. Looks like they'll get off possibly one more play. And Eatman has checked out and walking a little ginger on that leg. And Northern Nash will step off the field and let the play clock expire, or let the game clock expire with the Baker Pro Construction Scoreboard. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the Northern Nash Knights leading by 10. The score 24 Knights, 14 Firebirds. And we'll get ready for the fourth quarter here in just a moment, live on the Tar River Sports Network. This is Brent Cohn and Kenneth Fly. We'll be right back. And we are back to get things started. It's Northern Nash ball after the interception. And Miller will look to his right. He's got a man down the sidelines, thrown out of bounds. Northern Nash wanted a pass interference penalty, but that ball was thrown well out of bounds and uncatchable. There was contact. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 now for the Knights. This could be a huge stop here for the Firebirds as they really need to get the ball back with a 2-possession deficit. And this will be handed off the right side. They're down close to the line to gain. I believe that was McDaniel on the carry. So he'll be about a yard shy. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1 for the Knights. And it appears that Coach Ferris will go for it here as he is inside the 35-yard line of Southern Nash. Miller will send out twins to the left and a single receiver to the right. Some motion. This will be handed off again to McDaniel. with that, there is enough there to go beyond the line to gain, and that'll move the sticks for the Knights. It's 1st and 10 Northern Nash from the Southern Nash 32-yard line. Screen pass out to the left, caught and completed to Hassan Davis McKinney. Nice gain after the catch for a pickup of about 7. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3. For the Knights. And Miller will look to pass again. He'll look to his left. He's got a man open, and it's caught. That pass completed to Jamajah Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after the completed catch at the 1-yard line. So it's 1st and goal for the Knights from the 1. I mean, really a great throw. Put it right over the back shoulder.
You put it there where only the receiver could get it.
Yeah, don't think the defense was there. Just a great throw and a great catch. So a direct snap, a flag is thrown. That's Eatman on the carry.
I think they're going to get Norton for illegal shift. Yep.
Here's the illegal shift against the Knights.
So that'll back the Knights up 5. It's now 1st and goal from the 6. Miller back in. He'll hand this off to Eatman, who will step right through the middle, basically untouched. Touchdown, Southern Nash. Excuse me, touchdown Knights. And with 9:26, it's now Northern Nash 30, Southern Nash 14 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Austin on for the kick. And that one's a little low, but through the middle. And with 9:26 to go in the game, Northern Nash pulls yet further ahead, now up by 17. It's Northern Nash 31, Southern Nash 14. So again, the Knights, as well as season-long sponsor, is Vandermark Sod Farms. They're a year-round natural grass operation serving Central and Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Their mission has always been to be a premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 5 different types of natural grass, including 2 types of Bermuda, fescue, St. Augustine, and zoysia grass. Contact Vandermark Sod Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass and sod needs. So Southern Nash with a bit of a hole here. Now a now a 3-score deficit as they trail by 17. Austin on for the kickoff. I think they had thoughts to let it roll to the end zone, but not enough foot in it. And so Baker forced to pick it up and try to get something out of it. He makes it out to about the 15-yard line. And that's where Southern Nash will start their offense here late in the fourth. 9:19 to go in the game. And 17 points to try to get back in this game. Of course, the big story of the night is the loss of Jaden J-Rock Hartsfield in the first half with a pulled hamstring. He came out and has not returned. In fact, now walks the sidelines in his street clothes. This time it's DJ Baker again on the carry, as Baker and Lions have been forced to take the bulk of the workload in the run game for the Firebirds. Battle has had 1 carry tonight. And Luke Faulkner, who had some carries early, and also Marley Austin, who is in the backfield alongside Luke Faulkner right now. Sorry, that wasn't Luke Faulkner. That was DJ Baker. And Baker will get the call and take it out close to the 30-yard line. Excuse me, the 25-yard line. They're actually going to mark him down at the 23.
There's a flag on the play.
Looks like it is going to be against the Knights. So personal foul face mask. So that will be an automatic first down with a penalty assessed. And Southern Nash will get a fresh set of downs from their own 38-yard line. And this time it's Austin on the carry who gets hit at the line of scrimmage and thrown backwards.
Austin on the carry at the middle, short game on the play. Second down, penalty flag on the play.
Another flag is thrown. I believe that was also against the Knights. Looking for the signal here. Unsportsmanlike against the Knights. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's 25 yards in penalties in this possession alone. So that'll move the Firebirds into Northern Nash territory where it's 1st and 10 from the Knight 46-yard line. Just under 8 minutes to go up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And Baker again will look for some room around the right end. Tackled from behind, pushed down across the 40. They're actually going to mark him down at the, it's like the 39. So that'll bring up 2nd down at 5 now for the Firebirds. Faulkner, Baker, and Lyons in the backfield. Lyons gets the call. He'll try to cut it back inside. He'll take it across the 40. Forward momentum will get him down to about the 38-yard line for a gain of about 3. Actually, they're going to mark him down at 34. So that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Clock runs beyond 6:30 to go. A quick pitch to Baker. He'll look for some room around the right side. He's got enough to move the sticks. No penalty flags. So that'll be another fresh set of downs for the Firebirds. 1st and 10 from the Northern Nash 33-yard line. So Faulkner with the handoff will take it out down to about the 30. He'll break out. They're going to mark the ball down at about the 29-yard line, but it looks like there's going to be a penalty called. That's a personal foul against Southern Nash.
They have a personal foul against the Firebirds.
So that'll back 15 yards up for the Firebirds, which is something they definitely did not need at this point in the game. Trailing by 17 with 5:42 remaining, and it's 2nd down and about 20, we'll call it 21. And Baker will try to cut back inside, and will actually be thrown for a loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd down, and they're actually going to spot him at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 21. So I probably expect a pass play here. Jeremiah Battle sets up wide to the right. And Isaiah Battle looks back and throws it short. And there is another flag back at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a holding call. What appears to be against Southern Nash. And it is a hold against the Firebirds. And that penalty will be declined. And that'll make automatically 4th down from the same spot on the incomplete pass. So it's now 4th and 21. And Batchelor will send out the punt team. Down by 17. And a flag thrown again. And a return. Another flag thrown, another flag thrown. 2 more flags in the backfield. There's a Southern Nash player down on the far sidelines. Couldn't see where that contact came from. Multiple flags on the play, both before the kick was even executed. 2 more flags came in on the return. So with the Southern Nash player down, there is some question as to whether or not a fair catch was signaled prior to the ball touching the ground and bouncing, and then picked up and returned. And that was Zephaniah Queen on the return. And that is Josiah Van Dunk, JoJo, who was down on the play. I think the flag may be for the return after the fair catch was signaled. We're waiting to hear. And get all this broke down. I believe it possibly was an illegal formation by Southern Nash. Was the original flag. So yes, that was the call initially. And then there was a personal foul called against
the Firebirds, and then personal
the
foul,
Knights.
so the Nash penalties offset.
And so those penalties offset. I don't really know how that offsets. A 5-yard versus a 10 or 15-yard. We're gonna replay the down. And that actually is Jarmajah Williams back deep to receive the punt. The high snap over Myers' head. The ball gets away from him, and he's going to have to down it. And Northern Nash will now take over.
Knights will take over
First and 10 from the Southern Nash 24-yard line. So a big mistake there on the long snap. So this game is kind of going off the rails now.
Yeah.
4:07 remaining. That'll be carried by Preston McDaniel. And a gain of about 4 is going to bring up second down and 6 now for the Knights as the clock continues to run, 3:50. It is stopped now for an injured Firebird who jumped up on his own saying, "I'm not really hurt." So there is further discussion from Coach Batchelor on the previous play. We'll take this quick moment to recognize our sponsors for this year. Again, we want to thank Keaton Vandermark and the Vandermark family at Vandermark Side Farms, who's been a longtime sponsor of everything Southern Nash, as well as the Tar River Sports Network, helping you bring these live broadcasts here from Firebird Stadium. And so we just want to personally thank, again, Keaton Vandermark and his entire family for the long-term support, and hopefully we can keep that going. There's been a lot of young men that have been able to be seen by colleges that maybe not necessarily would have been seen. And so we're very grateful to them for allowing us to have this format to showcase the talent from here in Southern Nash County. And, of course, Vandermark Side Farm contact them if you have any needs for natural grass or sod at 252-437-1501. And additionally, for Baker Pro Construction, who was also a very long time supporter and sponsor for Southern Nash News, Tar River Sports Network, and Southern Nash, as well as Dan Baker being a very good personal friend of mine. Have had the pleasure of coaching both his sons in baseball. And I just want to personally thank him, as well as from our family here at Tar River Sports Network, for his continued support of everything Southern Nash. And we do appreciate it again, giving the opportunity to a lot of these young men to be able to see beyond the realms of just Nash County. Carry straight up the middle by McDaniel. The flag comes in late. It is into the end zone. It was a touchdown. A flag was thrown in from ahead of the play. Looked like it maybe was actually was a holding foul against the Knights, so that'll bring the touchdown back. Miller from the gun. And he'll look to pass down his right side across the middle. Thrown out too far ahead and out of the reach of Freeman. It'll fall incomplete. It's going to bring a third down. Good coverage there again by Jeremiah Battle. So that'll bring up 3rd and 15 now for the Knights. Down to 3:31 remaining in the game. And McDaniel will look to carry around the right side. He'll get back close to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th down. And 4th down and 12 now for the Knights. So we'll see if they possibly could send Walston in for a long field goal attempt. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. This would be a 43-yard field goal for Walston from the right hash. Timeout has been called by Northern Nash.
Timeout Northern Nash.
They're second of the half. They'll have one remaining.
That time snap. Chick-fil-A sandwich is still available in the concession stand. So stop by the concession stand on your way out. Get your Chick-fil-A sandwich for your ride home.
So 2:41 remaining in the game. Northern Nash with a sound lead of 17, 31-14 the score. And it is Northern Nash football. It's 4th down and 12. And kicker Caleb Walston is on for the 43-yard field goal attempt. He's already been good from 31 tonight, as well as perfect for all the extra point attempts. He's 4 for 4 there. And it looks like offsides against Southern Nash, or encroachment.
Encroachment against Southern Nash is the call.
And so that'll move Walston 5 yards closer, which from that kick, the 5 yards was about all he needed.
Yeah.
So this will now become a 38-yard field goal. A 37-yard field goal. And it is good from 38. And so with that, Northern Nash will pull ahead now by 20 with the score 30. Northern Nash 34, Southern Nash 14. I want to remind everyone again that next week is a bye week for Southern Nash. They're not playing at home or away. This will end their regular season. We will sit back and wait to see who will be where the seedings will be for the Eastern 5A playoffs, as it would have ended last week after the loss to Rocky Mount. Southern Nash would not have a home game. It appeared that they would have traveled to Western Alamance. So we will wait and see what the outcome of the games, not only tonight but next week are. Of course, big matchups next week as Fike takes on Hunt and Rocky Mount takes on Northern. And big county rivalries. So a different deep set now on the kick return for Southern Nash, as they seem to have been kicking away from Cam Lyons. And this will actually, don't think that's what they intended to happen. I have a 31 on my roster. And Southern Nash will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. So again, that's Cam Lyons on the carry. That's enough for a first down. I believe that's Cam Lyons again on the carry. We'll pick up a couple there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 now for the Firebirds. The clock continues to tick away down to 1:35 remaining up on the Baker Pro Construction scoreboard. And a run play, Baker finds some room around the right end. He'll take it into Northern Nash territory down to the 47-yard line. So the clock continues to run. Don't believe anybody's going to try to stop it now. We're down to under a minute to go. And that should bring us to a wrap. We'll wait to see if Southern Nash tries to get a last-second score to close the gap. Battle from the shotgun this time. And it's a screen pass to Lyons. Will try to reverse the field. He's got some room to run. And he'll finally take it out of bounds. Inside the 30. That'll stop the clock with 30 seconds to go. But again, we want to thank the game sponsor for tonight, Vandermark Side Farms, as well as the scoreboard sponsor, Baker Pro Construction. And thank everyone for tuning in to the Tarver Sports Network. Not sure if we'll be able to bring you any of the playoff games. That'll be dependent on whether or not there are any home games for Southern Nash in the playoffs. But I have thoroughly enjoyed doing it again this season. I hope to be back next season, along with Kenneth, my main guy over here. And Battle's going to look to pass. And it's incomplete to Jeremiah Battle.
Isaiah Battle's pass intended for Jeremiah Battle falls incomplete.
So make sure to watch the playoff announcements, either on social media or on Max Preps, High School OT, any of those, once they're published from the NCHSAA, what the pairings will be. Again, waiting to see if Southern will have a home game. Most likely not. We'll probably be traveling. Just have to know where we'll be traveling to. And Battle again. And nearly intercepted.
Isaiah Battle's pass is incomplete.
Down to 17.9 seconds remaining. Wheaton to the right and Battle to the left. Isaiah look back, and he gets Marley Austin off the fingertips, incomplete. And that's going to bring up fourth down and 10 with 12.2 seconds remaining. And again, Battle back to pass. And he's got Cam Lyons. Touchdown. As he dives into the end zone with 5.7 seconds remaining. So a completed touchdown pass from Isaiah Battle to Cam Lyons. And it'll be Northern Nash 34, Southern Nash 20. With Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt. And the kick is good. And that brings us to a score of Northern Nash 34, Southern Nash 21. With 5.7 seconds remaining in the game. So there will be a kickoff. I think the big concern here is just don't get anybody hurt.
Yep.
Let's fair catch, take a knee, and go victory formation as the game has obviously come to a conclusion. Don't have any score updates from across the county. Thought maybe we could throw those in there for you late in the game. Wilson County. As Hunt is leading in the fourth quarter 30-9 over Rocky Mount. Looks like that one's pretty well at hand as well, as Hunt will move on to victory there. And I think Fight maybe have a bye week this week. Kick one deep, and it will go into the end zone. And Miller and the Knights will step back onto the field for what should be victory formation and an expiration of the clock. And with that kneel by Miller, that'll expire the clock. As it comes to 0 in the final score, Northern Nash beats Southern Nash by 34-21. So again, stay tuned for announcements of playoff brackets and see where Southern Nash will end up playing in 2 weeks from tonight. And hopefully, possibly, we can get a home game. And if so, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see what happens down the road. But for now, Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly on the Tar River Sports Network. We appreciate you, and we are out.